So the worst part about this new pirate archetype is we can officially make jokes about Yu-Gi-Oh! Giving us fucking scurvy. This is going to be quite the wild ride. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Finally decided to go rip off Hearthstone, and we're finally going to have pirates in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, if you're a Hearthstone player, and you heard the words, "Yar, I'm in charge now," as the 1/1 drop with charge plows itself out of your opponent's deck, because that's a mechanic in Hearthstone where if you summon a pirate, the 1/1 beams itself out of the deck. So imagine if Yu-Gi-Oh! Had things like that. Oh wait, these new pirate cards have the ability to special summon ones from the hand. Huh. So, without further ado, this is the Skyfang Brigade. And of course, they're not your standard pirates. Oh, fucking no. We could never have just actual pirates on the ship. These are furry people that fly on a sky ship. Let me tell you, I know I don't sound too enthralled by the archetype, but I'm actually very excited that we're finally getting fucking pirates in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, this should have been a thing at the beginning of the game, like an actual pirate-based archetype. But I'm fine with it now because it means it can't be any worse than what we're expected for Magical Musketeers to be competitive, to be absolutely honest with you. So, keep in mind that you are looking at something from another deck build pack, which means the best you're going to get is Magical Musketeer level for competitive, which I know sounds really disappointing because me and a lot of other people really wanted that deck to be good. But if it's going to be on that extent, this will either be in the same range as that or slightly less or slightly more, depending. So anyway, Lafaro, the hero of the Skyfang Brigade, before you get discouraged and you're like, oh fuck, it's level 8, you can special summon this guy for pretty much free. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect. Excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of Skyfang monsters you currently control with different names. For some reason, does not include himself, and then you get to add one of those excavated cards to your hand. Now, I don't know why they excluded him, considering he's fucking level 8, but it's fine. Being able to check X from the top of your deck, add one for no side effects, seems pretty good. Then when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can discard one Skyfang Brigade card. Keep in mind, card, to negate that activation. And of course, it doesn't destroy the card, which also doesn't make sense to me, but it's fine. You know, I'm not entirely too worried about it. But the excavation and the discard effect are going to be predominant, because some of these guys down here actually can special summon. So, down here, Sky Scout of the Skyfang, this little person right here, God, these remind me of Vanguard art so much. So the first one, during your main phase, you can special summon one Skyfang monster from your hand, except for Recon of the Skyfang Brigade. So, hey, we have no problem beaming out our boss monster, which is actually fine. Like, it doesn't matter what its level is, because we can just do this. It doesn't say normal summon, thank God. And if another Skyfang monster special summoned to your field while this card is already face up on the field, you get to pop a set back row, which is fine, but the only thing I'm really caring about for this effect is just the fact that I can bring out Mr. Boss Monster here. And then next up, Dompa, the marksman of the Skyfang Brigade. Oh yeah, he does have a little marksman. Hope he's better than what we're used to. So of course, this one also has your beautiful clause of, during the main phase, you can special summon one Skyfang Brigade monster from your hand, except for himself. Of course, we can't have special summon ability amongst extras of these, which is fine. I don't get too broken here. And if another Skyfang Brigade monster special summoned from your hand while this card is face up on the field, you get to pop a face-up card. Doesn't have to be spell and trap card. Bada bing, bada boom. Same thing with this. It's any set card. So, you guys remember Marksman and Heavy Infantry? Well, it's almost like they took notes from these guys. Keep in mind that a few people are like, oh my god, they're level 2. We can make raccoons with this. No, you don't. Stop while you're ahead, alright? I like the fact that this has swarming built in, but we still are missing the age-old question. How do we make up for the advantage we're generating? Because none of these are self-replacements. It's one of the things I'm going to be worried about this deck, is you kind of just blow your load, and you don't really have a lot of recovery plays. Lawful Chain, is that you? Actually, no, these guys remind me of the Buster Bladers. That's who they were. So Mr. 1900 here, of course you can only use this card's first and second name. Ooh, during your main phase, you can special summon one Skyfang Brigade monster, except for a Blavo fighter of the Skyfang Brigade. You guys think this reminds you of Six Samurais? Like, is that the path we're going down here? Then if another Skyfang Brigade monster is special summoned to your field while this card is already face up on the field, you can activate this effect. All Skyfang Brigade monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense until the end of the turn. Huh. So this thing actually goes to 19 or 2400? Alright, I mean, I guess it's the beater. I mean, the rest of these things have what? 500, 1,000, so I mean, they're not going to generally OTK you. Then the next thing here, of course, we have our beautiful claws, just to beam out more. If another Skyfang monster special summoned to your field, this card's already face up on the field, you can add a Skyfang Brigade monster from your deck to your hand. So here you go. Here's your self-sufficient adding, and this basically grants you recruitability to go even further. Now, they have no idea what types they wanted, because we have Earth Warrior, Winged Beast, like a dragon, like your hopes of having a generic Rhoda across the board here, they're falling out. Wow, this thing is huge. That's a lot of fucking stars. I do like the art, though. A little octopus girl. Okay, so the Wiz, Sage of the Skyfang, level 7. Jesus Christ. This card is special summoned. You can gain 500 life points for each Sky Brigade with a different name on your field. Alright, that effect's terrible. And when your opponent's spell trap card is activated, you can discard one Sky Brigade card to negate that activation. Alright, so we now have a monster negation and a spell trap negation, but they don't destroy? Alright, I'm a little bit indifferent about this archetype still. This card is special. Okay, so this is Sajiti, the Skyfang Brigade. God, it's level 5. Why? Can't you just have all low stars? One effect Veiler ruins this deck's day, by the way, if you haven't realized that yet. This card is special summoned. You can inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each Skyfang with different names you control. Your opponent cannot target Skyfang monsters you control for an attack except this one. You don't even have enough stats to warrant that effect. Like, this deck needs a lot more. I like where it's going. I will continue to say that. I like what they were attempting to do with this, but it's on the same level of literally Magical Musketeers. Like, this stuff seems good, but like, you need more. So, the continuous trap card. If a Skyfang Brigade monster you control is destroyed by battle, or an opponent's card effect, you can target one of those monsters, but also summon one Skyfang Brigade monster from your deck, whose level is lower than the original level of that monster. Huh. So, this has the same clause as Yangzing Path, and it's once per turn. Or not Yangzing Path, the Yangzing whatever the hell trap card that allows you to beam out an additional monster when something is destroyed. Why did you have to make it once per turn? I know I'm getting greedy here by looking for, like, your most broken case scenarios. Because I want this archetype to be good, because everything is inherently balanced right now. But you need more. But they tried to give this deck a Black Whirlwind-esque effect by going level lower than. So, I'm not. My hopes and dreams are fading. The last one here, the Dragon Airship Fandra. Of course, it is a field spell, which is going to kind of give me chills here. Before you draw during your draw phase, you can add one Skyfang Brigade monster from your deck to your hand instead of drawing. Fuck me. Why? Why can't you just give me... Every other deck has the ability to Rhoda for a monster. This would have been perfectly fine if it said during your draw phase, before you draw, add a monster from your deck to your hand, and you still included the fact of drawing, because that would force your opponent to have to answer this. And we don't have that clause on this card. It's not worth it. Now, my hopes and dreams of this archetype have almost completely faded. If you control 5 Sky Brigade monsters with different names, send this card from your field spell zone to the graveyard to destroy all cards your opponent controls, and your opponent takes no further damage until the end of this turn. What the fuck is this? Alright, so this is another example of a really good Konami archetype that had a lot of potential. I really like the swarming aspect of it. I like how we've got marksmen and heavy infantry back in the form of this. But I cannot resolve my Rhoda searches until my draw phase, and they have to be before my draw phase. This is fucking terrible, for at least for this support. Like, the swarming on the field, there might be some good link monsters with this. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now. Like, there's still more to come, I'm sure. But I'm a little salty Scurvy Wag now, because, yeah, that's some bullshit. Why? Why does it have to be during the draw phase? And I can't draw for the turn? You had one job, Konami. You had one job. Oh, we'll have to wait and see. I do want to mess around with this archetype. I like the art. I like what they're trying to do. But why you gotta fuck with my pirates, man? Just once. So guys, what do you think? Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this new archetype. And I'm out, guys. Enjoy your scurvy.